Hey guys, Coach Nino here, Dark Horse Sports. I want to talk about creating an athlete. Now, one of the most important things in creating an athlete is being able to decelerate, to build brakes. A lot of times we focus on building the power, the engine, right? That Ferrari engine, strength, all of that in order to create a good athlete. But one of the most important parts to creating a good athlete is not just building the go, but the stop. You have to be able to have stronger brakes than you do an engine. That way you let your brain say, hey, my body has this, my joints have this, they have the control. I'm allowing them to have full control and full ability to showcase that power. If you have a Ferrari engine, but you have Hyundai brakes, that's a recipe for disaster, for injury. So how do we build brakes? How do we build deceleration in athletes, especially field athletes like flag football, soccer, anything where you have to cut, plant, juke? There's a lot of forces on the body. How do we build that in the joints, in the muscles, in the body, and in the brain? Here's some exercises that we're gonna walk you through that are going to be able to transfer to the field, to your sport, and be able to build those brakes, that deceleration for you and your athlete. So the first exercise we're gonna talk about is the Bulgarian split squat. Now, obviously we've gone over this in the way of as how to build muscle and strength using this exercise for that. But in this case, as an athlete, this is a slow motion version of when your plant leg stops, catches you, and then you want to explode or cut or whatever it is that you're going to do on the field. So to set this up, you want to make sure that your front leg is doing most of the work. There's a few things that you don't want to happen. You don't want your chest to fall over. You don't want to cave. You don't want your knee to be all wobbly, right? You want it to track over the pinky or second or ring toe, if you will, on your leg. So it's gonna track right over the outside, towards the outside of your leg. And you want all the weight to distribute on this front leg. So you're gonna come down, absorb, pop out. And you go a nice, slow deceleration, fast up. Make that a nice athletic movement. And obviously you can regress this. You can start with body weight, you can regress it, hold on to something, a TRX strap, another bench or something, add weight. And then kind of your top level progression of this would be with the weights, you're gonna add a little hop to it, right? Or a few hops, a little pogo. Make that a really athletic movement. Teach your body how to build those brakes, absorb that load, and then pop out. Okay, so our second exercise is going to be our lateral step down or a deficit step pattern. The top leg is going to be your brakes leg, just like the Bulgarian split squat. It's the same pattern, except the Bulgarian split squat was more of a plant, right? Kind of a forward and backward motion. This is a side to side. So the top leg is gonna be your brakes. You wanna, again, make sure that you don't collapse, that your hips and your quads work together. You don't want your knee to wobble. You want it to track nice and straight and stable over your pinky and ring toes. So you're gonna go up, control, lightly tap, come back up. This leg is just going along for the ride. You don't want to use it to bounce up and down off of. You want this leg to do the work. And when you do those right, you're gonna get really nasty cuts, keeping the hips level. It's gonna be a beautiful thing on the field. So again, just make sure that you don't cave, keep a nice tall chest, track back and forth, don't wobble, and also don't bounce off of this back leg. Keeping those three things under control, you're gonna have an awesome deficit step down lateral lunge pattern that's really gonna transfer over to the field. So of all the exercises for building brakes, deceleration, this is probably by far my favorite, the single leg RDL hop and stick. And we're gonna walk you through some progressions of this exercise. So obviously we know the normal RDL, but because we're working towards a single leg, we're gonna go with a B stance as our first progression. Okay, so you're gonna grab your dumbbells, and you can do with just one dumbbell too. If this is too hard at first with your athletes, you can even do body weight at first, but I'll just walk you through 3 of my favorite progressions of this. So the first one, okay, back leg down. We're gonna push our hips back, and then we're gonna feel a nice hamstring stretch. So just to make one important point here, our hips are not going up and down, right? They're going back and forth. So not up and down, but back and forth. So we're putting our hips back, not down. Okay, it's a hip movement, not a knee movement, okay? That's very important for this. So, back leg back, hips back, and we're gonna find a nice little stretch, come back through from that stretch. Now, a point here we don't wanna do is we don't wanna just drop our arms down too low. That's gonna create problems, low back issues. It's not about how low we drop with our hands. It's about how far back we go with our hips. Okay, so back, come out of that. Boom, and you notice I'm bringing this other leg, my left leg in this case, through just to kind of nice, finish the movement, be more athletic. You'll see where that comes in later on. Now, from that, we progress upward to the single leg version. That's completely single leg RDL. Own and control the movement, okay? Just like that. And now for the full thing, the single leg RDL hop and stick, we're going to hips back, feel that stretch, hop up, stick that landing. Stick that landing. Okay, we're gonna own that landing. And it's a nice, quiet landing, you notice. It's not a smack, it's just a tap and a land. That way we own it. We're very nice to our joints. And we put all of those exercises together that really helps to build really good breaks so you can decelerate and then explode safely, make nice, strong athletes, and really see differences on the field.